ready? It's the Round Table with me, Robert Bannon. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Round Table. My name is Robert Bannon, and I am so excited to be here with you all. If you're listening to us on the Broadway Podcast Network, you're watching us on Broadway World, or you're here just on YouTube, I'm of a certain age and stage and musical taste and sexuality and all that. I grew up with Niki Haris, y'all. I was keep it together. I was here for it all. The best tours that I ever imagined growing up, the HBO specials, the TV specials, and Niki's voice sings. She has sung with everyone from Ray Charles to Whitney Houston. She's sung on songs that you know, that you may not even know that that's her voice. Her voice is still ringing around the world somewhere right now. And then you could come to Green Room 42, my favorite little artisan pizza. Get yourself a little martini. There's not a bad seat in the house. And Niki Haris is going to sing us this entire weekend up and down and around again. Niki Haris, welcome to the show.
Good morning to everyone else I see. Hi, baby. That's what we do.
You have tone for days.
No. Well, just so you know, I'm in the apartment in New York with 2 Labradoodles and my assistant. We got here on Saturday night, and I had to do that Saturday night. And then we had Easter, and then I did a television show yesterday. So I'm just like, my dogs are like, what is going on? We usually live in Georgia, in our little country house on the lake, or either in California. So they had this whole New York thing. My Labradoodles are like, what? They hear, they hear everything going on, and there's like sirens, and So if you hear a dog bark, come here, baby, come here.
My dog
Look, there he is.
Oh, how cute are they?
That's one of them. Come here, Winston. Come here, Winston. Come here, baby. Look. Okay, they might not come here, baby. This is the other one.
Oh,
here's my big boy.
I love these.
That's Winston. That's Winston. He'll never surrender.
Niki, did you travel with them on the plane?
Yes, baby. I travel with because I'm that. That's how I do it. Well, actually, here's the deal. I'll be really honest with you. The reason I have them with me this time is because I just could not leave them again. Donna and I have been on the road. Niki and Donna, the Niki and Donna show. You should come see that in June at Green Room 42. But I've been on the road so much that literally the last time we were doing our shows in California, and we did Washington, Seattle, and my dog had emergency surgery while I was on the road. Literally ate a freaking rope toy, got caught in his tummy. So my assistant had to do this emergency, taken from Georgia to South Carolina to some clinic, the Cedars-Sinai of dogs, for dogs, and had this amazing surgery. So basically, and I'm not even gonna tell you how much it cost. That's a whole nother thing. You don't know how many songs I had to sing to make this baby okay. So I was like, I'm not leaving my child no more. So basically, I'm like bringing them with me just in case. I was like, they're gonna be fine. We're gonna keep them right here. So yes, I did.
Well, I love it that welcome back to New York City. While we're talking, and the show is coming up this weekend, go to greenroom42.com and get your tickets, and then follow Niki on
April 5th and 6th, Friday and Saturday.
2 nights. All the
two nights.
Balloons are even flying.
Oh,
but
balloons!
You
celebrate.
We're celebrating you. There you go. Niki Haris official on Instagram, so you can stay up to date. And like you said, you'll be back in June, but you can see her this weekend. Just you on a piano. So what are we going to? What is the show,
sweetie? I'm going to let you know. You do know the song. You know what the show's called, right?
I sure do. The show is called.
It's called
Grown Ass Woman.
Grown ass woman. Yes. So basically, I have spent so much of my time, and trust me, I love my old boss. I really do. And but I have, broken my legs. I've learned how to walk again. I've had a child. My child is in college now. And I'm letting you know, I love doing some of the Madonna stuff, but every now and then I just want to sing some other song because I'm a grown ass woman. And I have a child now that is listening to music, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know that song, but she thinks it's da 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 song, but they sampled it from the original song, And so now my daughter's turned on to Roberta Flack, and Donnie and all these people that they've had all these songs sampled from them. I'm like, this is the original. So I just want, look, I love the babies. I want them to know that I really appreciate all that they do. And I'm trying to learn from them because all this StreamYard getting on I don't know none of this stuff. So I'm trying to keep the babies close, but I'm also making them understand you got to know your history too. Yes. You got to know where you come from so you know where you're going.
Yes.
So people can't pull the wool over your eyes. Anyway, so that's the show's going to be the, like I said, the usual suspects. It's going to be some Cole Porter. It's going to be some Gershwin, but it's going to be My American Songbook too, which is Aretha, which is Dylan, which is Roberta Flack, which is Marvin Gaye, which is Stevie Wonder. All that's My America. So it's going to be some of that too.
And it's you and Ben Stivers on piano.
And like I said, Jules Stein lyrics, but some, Stevie Wonder funk. Yeah.
This is my kind of night. And Green Room's you did sold out shows there already. You have done your time at the Green Room 42 and you are back. And now a piano and you and just that voice, an intimate evening.
That's
with
right.
some food and a drink.
I hope people show up. I'm begging these. I'm just hoping. Okay. The other thing I want to say too, because I know this is much more of a theater crowd, usually that shows up for Green Room. This is what I've been told. And the fact that they showed up and showed out for us, me and Donna last, in what was it, February, I think it was?
Yeah.
I'm just want them to know I honor and bow to the theater folks. I never was able to do theater because I got into the rock and roll, let's go on the road and, fly private. So I got a little spoiled. I was like, well, I don't know if I can do 8 shows a night. I'm used to the private plane and the nice suite. I don't know if I can do this. However, I did work for 2 years with Stephen Bray and Brenda Russell, creating the sound for Color Purple. If you look on the soundtrack records, I've done so many, trying to create stuff for Broadway. I didn't go to Broadway, but I would help the people create the characters and create the sounds for them. So that's the stuff that I did. And who knows if their Broadway's not down the line. I just want the Broadway people to come and know that people like me who didn't get to be, necessarily be on Broadway, but I got to be at Madison Square Garden. I got to be at Dodger Stadium and Giant Stadium. So it's a different kind of room. Yes. So please come and let's support each other. That's all I'm saying. Come on out.
I saw you at Giant Stadium and I saw you at Madison Square Garden, 6, 7, 8 Continental Airlines Arena or Brendan, whatever it was called at the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey. All those years. And you bring up the Color Purple. Stephen and Brenda are known for winning 1 million awards for the Color Purple. Brenda is, Piano in the Dark and Here and all of the amazing songs. Stephen has a prolific writing career with your old boss. I mean, he is back in the day wrote many of them.
And now Stephen Bray is working with Donna and I for the Nikki and Donna show. So he's working to create something. We're really not sure yet what it is, but the songs and stories, Nikki and Donna, because we believe that so many people have stories in them. That's all we really have at the end of the day. And when you can put a song with that story, it's something that so many people want to do. It's like, and because you want to tell your story. Because look, we're living half of this phone stuff and this computer stuff and all of this is because people want to be heard. Right. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to tell their story. So Stephen Bray and I, we're trying to figure it out right now. We are in, as they say, brainstorming production mode right now. So look forward to something really great coming from this.
I saw him work. My friends did an album called Witness Uganda, which was a Broadway show, off-Broadway show, and Stephen produced it. And he was in the studio. He's a genius. He sits in the corner. He's like doing yoga. You think and then he'll hear, I heard that note. I fixed that. We'll do the genius.
Yes.
So, yes. Nikki, you're from Michigan?
I am born and raised in Michigan. Yes, still have my house. The house that I grew up in Benton Harbor, Michigan. And I go back there usually in springtime, but since I'm working, I'm not there this year. But yeah, I'm a good old, salt of the earth. Know what a winter is about. Kind of.
Well,
I have my climate theory. I think that's why New Yorkers and people from Michigan, people who live in climates, have a different way of being with the world and with life, because we understand This is why I didn't raise my child in Los Angeles, because I think it's something that happens to you when you only have 75 degrees every day. You don't understand that it gets hot, that it gets cold, things die, So there's something that happens with people's soul when you go through a winter. Everybody has to go through a winter. When you understand and you start to see them buds open up and you understand that things come back to life, something happens to your soul. And it also gives you hope. That's what seasons are about. It teaches you about that life is a constant circle and that it's okay. It's okay for things to die. Because sooner or later, you're going to be cutting the grass again.
Yes.
I remember when I came back from California and I told my mother to get a gardener, and she looked at me, she's like, "You've been in California too long. We don't do gardeners here. We look forward to working in our garden. We look forward to getting our hands in the dirt." So I just think that there's something that happens to the in the DNA and chemically that happens when you go through the places of winter and shed for a minute and let your leaves fall off and then bring out new buds inside of you. Something happens to you. So yes, I'm proud to be from Michigan. Yes.
It's so funny I bring that up because I'm my fiance is from proud to be from the city of Detroit, Michigan.
Baby. And don't call it, you better call it Detroit. Yeah, not Detroit.
Right. Detroit. And I learned all about Coney dogs and Faygo soda and life out there in the mid. I'm a Jersey boy through and through. But there's what I've learned about Michigan is you all come to play. We all snooty here in Jersey and New York about being artists and actors and singers. Michigan has some of the greatest singers of all time.
Just from the church alone. We won't even get into what's in the clubs and that don't what they do on Saturday night. Sunday morning in Detroit, baby, you can go anywhere and have a concert and get a really great concert. Once again, it's my climate theory. I think there's something that happens when you have to stay inside because you got 5 feet of snow outside or 10 feet of snow. You're gonna shed. You're gonna practice. You're gonna be by that piano. If you're lucky enough to have a piano in your house. And if not, you sing with your brothers and sisters because your mama can't let you outside because the snow drifts are too high. So you end up doing harmonies. And I remember my mother used to buy us cast records. We had Rapunzel and we had my first movie I ever got to go see was The Sound of Music. That was my first, literally walked up to the theater and watched it on the big, back when there was, like a theater and watched it. So for me, Oliver was we was listening to the cast record. That was our winters, and of course, when my father came home, we would sit around the piano and listening to him play, So yeah, I'm very, very grateful.
What was the moment, Niki, where you said, this is it? Like, I'm going to be a professional performer. I'm going to go for this.
Oh, I think I'm still kind of going for it. I don't know. I don't know if there is a moment per se because, and once again, maybe it's the winter thing. Maybe it's the climate thing. I'm always singing. I don't remember not singing. There's something, I don't remember not singing with my family. I don't remember, I went to school to be a history teacher, but I kept singing because I was making a living. This kind of turned into a career for me. I didn't have a plan. I didn't get managers and all that stuff. I said, I know who my manager is because, I know where I'm come from. I know who my big boss is. I know who my rock is and what I lean on. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. So as long as I'm free, I'm a sing, And so for me, I always knew that the universe was conspiring for my good, And I knew that if I don't do anything, I can go sing on the corner somewhere. I know that as long as I keep a song in my heart, because keeping my heart tender and keeping that song in my heart, and it's not being naive, but it's understanding that even when the out picturing of things seem crazy, that if you can learn how to sing through that, and maybe it's from the people I'm from, I don't know, learning how to sing through that is your career. That is what the universe is saying is no matter what, be the tree, no matter what the storms come, learn how to blossom your leaves even through that, So that's the song. That really is my song.
And that is what's universal for all of us, and that's why we need to go see you this
Yeah.
weekend. Everybody needs a little bit of that. The greenroom42.com, you could get your tickets, or go to Niki Haris Official on Instagram and follow you. And then we're ready. Grown ass woman right here. What is it like when you step into a recording studio or booth with people that have become Whitney and Ray Charles and these? How does that start to become? How did you become the girl that gets the call to do these gigs?
Once again, I'm going to tell you, I don't know. I don't know. I just know that the universe is conspiring for my good at all times. And I just want somebody, some singer, some dancer or something sitting in an apartment somewhere, some room, some studio where they paying too damn much money for it. Yep. And it's forgetting the universe is conspiring for your good. And all you have to keep that song, keep that hope inside of you. Remember that. And at the same time, make sure you're clear about what you're being seduced by. I learned how to redefine what success was for me, because I never let something outside of me tell me what my success was. And that's very important, especially for kids today who are bombarded by images and what somebody telling what they're supposed to look like and what they're supposed to sound like. And it's like, no. The apple is not mad at the orange. The tulip is not mad at the rose. Sing your song. Be your bloom in the garden. Do not try to be somebody else's. Oh. And as all I can say as a grown-ass woman, I know all I ever did was try my best to shine whatever this rose was, or maybe it's an African violet. I just tried to shine that wherever I go. And if it helps somebody along the way, I reap the benefits from that. Shining my light help somebody reap the benefits, and I got to get some too. So that's what it's about.
I wish I knew that lesson way younger than 40 years old, to keep my eyes on my own paper, to not compare myself to other artists and people out there, and just do the work. Mm-hmm. Because Niki, if you're in a studio,
do what's yours to do. Do what's yours to do. Mm-hmm. Niki, do what's yours to do. This is the important part.
Yes. Well, if you're in a recording studio with Luther Vandross, or you're doing dance steps with Madonna and choreographing a tour, you better know what you're doing, because you're working with the best that have ever done it. And that means you are too, Niki.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to take that in. Because be really honest with you. I don't think of myself as the best. I think that all of us are stars. All of us have light to shine. And I got lucky enough and blessed enough to be with people who understood their light and allowed me to be part of it, and allowed me to shine my light within that. So that's why when people do the background singer stuff, I remember being with people, Stevie Nicks or I remember clearly Whitney saying, oh, I want the best singers with me. Her talking, Narda Walden, when we were producing the record, where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home?
You better sing, Niki Haris.
She could sing. No, you know what I mean? She was saying, oh, she could sing this song. She's like, Michael, thank you so much for making sure that you bring this light around me too. She understood, and maybe that was the church in her. The church has had the best choir, the best singers is in the choir. They chirping back there, holding everybody else up, And I'm not saying I'm the best. What I'm saying is I was blessed enough to have somebody to say, just shine your light. I want your light in with mine. That's all. Well, no brighter, lighter, darker, nothing. It's just shine your light.
Well, that's funny. I've been so lucky to have this show to talk to artists that are amazing like you. And when we have people on like Lisa Fisher, who talks about the life and career she's had.
Oh my God.
When we had Kelly Price here, and Kelly talked about Whitney Houston and talked about Whitney saying, why are you singing less? You should be trying to compete with me. Sing. Go. I'm here to be on stage. To share my life with you. I think that's what true artists and confidence is like, when we say we're all going to put together the best piece of art we can. And it's not a competition.
Baby, the stories we would have. And that's a whole nother thing. You should put some of these singers together and just have I have stories with Lisa. Lisa and I have been through some stuff, and she has walked me through some things before. Kelly, amazing. I remember singing with Luther on the BET Awards, and Kelly came out to sing, and we were all just like, oh, she might be singing R&B, but this is an opera singer. Like, she is got, there's some people who get the fairy dust, just getting the fairy dust, and that's how I feel about Kelly and Lisa. It's like, there's so many amazing people who are out there shining their lights every day that you do not get to hear their names. So we are just some of the lucky bunch. Every now and then you get to hear our names. That's all. And it's really learning to stay humble enough, and a lot of people don't want to use that word so much in this world, because it's like toot your own horn all the time. Keep the camera in your face, content. It's like, no, humble yourself a little bit, because there's 9,000 other people out there can do just as much and deserve, I shouldn't even say the word deserve. Their light is just as valid as yours. And that's why I love people like Lisa, because she just really inspires other singers, other artists, musicians to be lifted. That's what great artists do. They don't put their foot or their boot on somebody's neck. Great artists lift other artists up.
Niki, do you realize that there's generations of people who have discovered your work, who are watching your YouTube videos, who are listening to your music, that they look to be you? They look to do what you did. Like,
no. Don't know, then they shouldn't. No one, they don't look to be anybody. No, herein lies another life lesson. No. God don't make no mistakes. What you are, and even if you don't believe in God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, does not make a mistake in that respect. It's like, shine your light. We need it all. We need all the light. The chartreuse is not mad at the pink. The pink ain't mad at the black. The black ain't mad at the red. That's the world I want to live in. That's the world I want my baby to grow up in. So for those who are looking and hearing something that resonates with them, that's just your inner spirit calling you to dig deeper into the soil and stand straighter and lift your light up. Find that sun that's always in you anyway.
Yes.
And that's not comparison. And it's really challenging, because we are in a world that's built around, competition shows, award shows, who's the best, who did that. And it sets people up to be adversarial as opposed to inspirational. And, so when you have a generation that's just about aspiring to celebrityism as opposed to shining your light, there's a difference. There's a difference in being a star and being a celebrity.
Yes.
We gotta, we must be very careful about what seduces us. Be very, very careful. And look, as a grown ass woman, I'm still learning. Oh, check. Because, we've got a culture that builds up celebrityism so much that those people don't get to get checked. And those people who are healthy always have a team of people around who will check you and keep you accountable. And when somebody's off kilter, when they have too many people around them that ain't checking them. So I say, keep the people close to you who will tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. And starting with yourself, forgiving yourself, saying, "Oop, could have been more graceful that time. Oops, could have did that better." So that next song that you sing is from a pure place. That the next song you sing is not an adulation to yourself. That next song you sing is about, how does it open hearts? How does it lift the people up? How does it, open somebody's else mind to a new way of thinking? As opposed to, didn't you hear that note I just sang? Did you see that pretty outfit I had on? Did you see? Check yourself, Yeah. And it takes staying conscious. It takes slowing down. It takes willingness. It takes willingness to go, I can do better. I can do better.
You've given so many lessons that you have learned, I'm sure, through your lifetime and your work and what you've done.
Because I'm a grown-ass woman.
She's a grown-ass woman, y'all. And when you, has it always been a journey, or has it been recently? Like when the thought of slowing down, the thought of being looking back and saying, I could be more gracious, I could be more kind, I'm going to keep my eyes on my own paper. Was that something that you had to learn? Was it through a life of experience?
It's really interesting that you're asking me that, Robert, because this is about keeping people who know you and see you, people who really see you and and are allowed to check you. My friends tell me I always talked about living in the country, that I always just wanted dogs, that most people who really, really know me go, Niki, all you ever wanted to do was just live by a lake or have some land and just, raise some, chickens and have a bunch of dogs. You've always said that. But I was playing this game in New York and in LA and doing all that. I forgot to listen to my own self. But the words that were coming from my heart were coming out like this, oh, one day to slow down, or one day, da, 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 da. And I thought it would be my daughter. I thought, but no, once again, the universe was conspiring. So now I do have that house, quiet in Georgia on the lake. We walk in the, with the trees, and it's like, it's beautiful. And I still can go to my LA place and be able to get into hustle bustle and do that when I need to. But I can say my spirit's telling me now to slow down and listen to an inner voice. So I don't know if it's always been that way. And once again, I'm going to go back. I believe part of it was understanding the importance of climate and change, and that sometimes you need to go inside. Yeah. Thank you, Michigan. Thank you, winters. Thank you, falls. Thank you for making my spirit understand. Sometimes you need to have a winter and just go in and just breathe for a minute. So that you can be hot and funky in the summertime.
That's
you can come out and be flat, so that you can put your shorts on in the summertime. That every day should not be summertime.
Yes. Time.
You don't need your Daisy Dukes on every day. You don't need your Daisy Dukes on every day.
That's
put on some parka, bitch.
Yes. Well, Friday night.
Wrap it up.
No, Friday night and Saturday night, you could show a little grown ass self out on the street and go see to the Green Room 42. Niki, you want to know the funniest thing is that your career, I really came up and watched all of I'm born in 1983. I call it my straight marriage. I met a girl.
A baby.
My straight marriage, me and Samantha spent a decade together. She's the biggest fan, a huge fan of Madonna. We went to see all the tours over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I called her up when I saw that you were coming to New York. She was like, you don't understand how much I watched. You don't understand how much I learned the choreography. You don't understand I sung the harmony parts. I know that your music helped and the tour and the work and the blood, sweat, and tears and the time away from your family and the sacrifices you made have come where there are many people who you helped grow up, feel safe, feel seen. The work you did for the queer community, the work you've done for women, the work you've done for people of color, the work you've done for the art is not go unnoticed. And it's that's one person and millions more people who you let be able to be seen through the work that you did. So thank you.
I'm just taking that in. I'm taking that in, baby. Thank you so much. And I'm just trying to be here to do the work that God told me to do. I'm just here to do the work that I'm supposed to do. I ain't trying to do nobody else's work, just mine. And as the song says, if I can help somebody, then my living has not been in vain. I'm serious. I mean, when you get to be 62 years old, and I'm about to be 63, I'm like, look, all I got is my song and all I got is my story. And hopefully it resonates with somebody and it lifts somebody to help somebody else, because that's what we're here for. Because we ain't here for a long time. Hopefully we're here for a good time.
Hey, you got that right. I'm still trying to figure out.
That's all we can do.
How you're going to be 63 years old. I don't know how that happened. But the Green Room 42, because you don't look a day over, I don't know, 30. The greenroom42.com.
Because you know we don't crack.
Why do you think my man is a 6'4" Detroit beautiful black man? I'm not stupid. I'll look like an old rotten potato, and he'll be fine as can be.
We are the original blueprint, darling. We're the original blueprint.
Green Room 42. I'll be there, and I'll be following.
It is what it is. No, look, I'm none of this crack, but can't see shit. Can't see anything.
Well, I'm going to be there this weekend. I can't wait to hear you sing, and I can't wait to give you a big giant hug because I am such a fan, and it was an honor to talk to you. Thank you for coming to New York. Thank you for sharing your music. Thank you for all you do. I'm excited. Greenroom42.com.
Robert, thank you. Thank you. And thank you to the community. Thank you for being there for me too. No matter what, you guys have stuck by me too. So letting me be part of your tribe as well. Thank you.
Oh, our honor. Thank you. How much do you love her? Niki Haris. I like Green Room 42. I recorded an album at Green Room 42 called Rewind, which was a live album. We don't do Madonna, but we may be doing Madonna for Pride. I may be there. We may be doing Madonna. 54below.org, June 14th. It's called Robert Bannon's Pride Playlist, and it's a good old fun old time. I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, everybody, if you want more information about me, go to Robert M. Bannon on Instagram. Go to robertbannon.com and go see Niki Haris this weekend at thegreenroom42.com or Niki Haris Official, NIKIHARIS Official on Instagram. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. We love the singers of singers and singers that have done it all from head to toe, back and around again. Till next time. Thanks for being here. Best is yet to come. Bye, everybody.